We contacted CU Boulder Police to find out more about the damage, but they haven't released any information yet. But owning a dog comes with a lot of responsibilities, and balancing their needs with a busy schedule can be a bit of a struggle. Your daily dose of exercise can be as simple as raking leaves. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. And making a habit of it can make you smarter. The feeling of another presence in the room is the proof often used in ghost stories. But why should ghosts get all the credit? We contacted the Office of Discrimination and Harassment here at CU Boulder, and they said it's still too early to comment on how the changes will be implemented on campus. So soak up that warmth over the next few days because it seems like winter might finally be making an appearance. The rain continues to come and go on Colorado's Front Range, an uncomfortable reminder of the uphill battle that many residents are facing. Four-legged residents, that is. These horses are temporarily living here in Longmont. Their home, at Elkhorn Stables in Estes Park, was completely destroyed by the flood, just like the homes of thousands of other Colorado horses.
The ranch most of it is condemned. The river was about, 500 yards from the house. Now it's about 2 feet from the house.
So when the floodwaters tore through the stables, it ruined most of their hay supply, and for 10 days, there was little to go around.
They all lost weight, and between not having proper feed and being under a whole lot of stress, I think we could expect that.
Hay is already typically hard to come by due to Colorado's tendency for drought, and it's expensive.
We feed 2 bales at $167 a piece a day. Without my husband and I, of course, working with our horses, then there's not an income coming in.
When hay is overwatered, it gets moldy, and unlike the stomach of a cow or goat, a horse's stomach can't process moldy hay, so it needs to be healthy, like this. Even though they've lost everything, Jody says that her and her horses are the lucky few. Thanks to donated hay and a temporary home, they're safe and have full bellies for the time being. But the need for hay is constant.
This isn't going to go away really soon. This could last 6 months to a year.
Colorado horse owners often have to rely on hay from other states, but the cost is high, and the demand,
Well, we have fed over 500 horses in 10 days.
Is even higher. Alaine Rodriguez, News Team Boulder. I know I'm not the only one who used to dream of waking up to this on Christmas morning.
I just love dogs, and I love the companionship and how they like to hang out with you and be all over you, and they're just so loving that I just wanted that.
For many college students, saving a dog sounds like a great idea. Nearly 3 million healthy, adoptable cats and dogs are put down in the U.S. every year. That's one every 11 seconds. It's only natural for students to think that adopting a shelter dog will help make its life better. But owning a dog comes with a lot of responsibilities, and balancing their needs with a busy schedule can be a bit of a struggle.
Students aren't always the most ideal candidates to adopt to, just because we realize that you do have financial burdens, you do have heavy schedules.
Often dogs are adopted by people with great intentions, but unrealistic expectations of how a dog will fit into their life.
She would tear stuff up. I would have to leave her in the kennel, but then that wasn't fair. And then I'd come home, have her do a bunch of homework, and she wouldn't get to play at all.
A realization like this often leads to dogs going back to the shelter. Though it may be the best decision, according to shelters, this back and forth is harmful to the dog's mental health.
It really does have a big impact on the animals when they're returned multiple times because, again, it's that feeling of abandonment. A lot of the animals get really depressed. Just being in this environment alone is incredibly stressful on these animals.
If you think you're ready to be the proud owner of your new best friend, make sure the word forever doesn't scare you, because according to these guys, that's how long they'll be depending on you. Alaine Rodriguez, News Team Boulder. Thanks to wind energy, our state saved over 1,600 million gallons of water and kept 3.7 million metric tons of carbon dioxide from going into the Earth's atmosphere. The all-women's film festival LunaFest is back in Boulder. The defeat of Amendment 66 in this month's election hasn't stopped its supporters. They met Tuesday to plan their next move, CU is making itself at home again in the world of science, thanks to what you could call primate houses. As temperatures in December begin to drop, the pressure rises for many CU students. Those guys may have the right idea on a day like today. So as Connor talked about a little earlier, the events that went on at last night's game, what did the students think of that situation? Eldora Mountain Resort has perfect timing. They're expecting more snow later today and will open tomorrow for the winter season.